All right, so this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius, and this is going to be my first reading in a while since I've been kind of sick. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who sent words of support and also for being patient and sticking around as if you were waiting for me to post a reading. I'm really glad to be back doing readings for you all, and I have a really exciting announcement coming soon, so keep your eyes on the community page because that announcement will be posted there and I'll also talk about it in future readings. Before I dive into the reading, I do want to say thank you so much for being here and for receiving this reading. If you would like a personal reading, I do offer personal readings, and you can email me down below in the description box for more information. And if this reading resonates with you, please take a second to like and subscribe. Now, Sagittarius, your overall energy for the reading is the Hanged Man. And when I clarified the Hanged Man, we got the Ten of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Justice card. So I see you kind of hanging in the balance here, sitting still through some type of big shift. Possibly there was some type of betrayal with other people in your life, or something deeply painful that you experienced with other people here. With the Justice card, I do see you coming out the other side with a sense of clarity and kind of understanding why this all needed to happen, finding a sense of balance through it, and ultimately understanding, okay, maybe this sucked, but I'm going to be okay anyway. I'm going to get through this, really. You could feel like you're seeing the truth in other people, in the people around you, and you could be kind of backing away from different connections that aren't serving you, or if it feels like someone did deceive you or you can't trust people around you. I see you taking a step back from those connections and really seeing them for what they are. So even though this could be a painful process, I ultimately see it being really transformative here for you. In the recent past, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. You could have been holding on to something that wasn't really serving you, and as you release that, the energy starts to shift for you. In the present energy, we have the Page of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Four of Wands. I see you kind of wanting to rebuild, get back to a place of stability after whatever this big shift was in your environment. I do see you heading in that direction, but it could feel like you're kind of going up a mountain or moving through like an uphill battle as you try to reestablish that stability. I do see support coming in for you in the future because we have the Knight of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. So possibly offers of support coming your way from other directions. I see this being something external, communication coming in for you and people wanting to help you rebuild with that Six of Pentacles. So overall, a really positive reading, and I'm going to dive deeper into these energies right now. Let's take a look at that Four of Pentacles in the recent past. The Tower, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. Something came down here in your foundation. Again, like I'm saying, something came down that could have felt really jarring. It could have felt like a really big piece of your environment. The Tower comes when there's a foundation that's built on unstable ground. And so there's a foundation there that couldn't support whatever it was holding up, and so it came down. And I see that you could have been kind of holding on for dear life, really trying to prop up that foundation, maybe yourself, being like, it's okay, I can just hold on to all of these pieces that are really trying to come down. And what you weren't seeing was that this tower had to come down, this tower moment had to happen for a specific reason, to bring in something else, to bring in a much needed change. To you, it may not have made sense, it may have been really confusing, it could have been really painful to kind of witness that. Could have felt like everything was kind of falling down around you and you couldn't figure out why. But ultimately, I do see it being for the better here, and I see you kind of coming out all right with the Nine of Pentacles, being like, I'm going to be okay, I have what it takes to support myself through this situation. whatever this was, it looks like it taught you a lot about what it is you do want in your life. What are those foundations that you do want to build towards? What are the connections that make you feel good? There could have been connections here involved in this past foundation that didn't feel good, that didn't feel healing, that didn't feel restorative. They could have kind of taken you away from yourself, and I see you getting kind of wrapped up in external energies that took you away from yourself. And as that foundation came down, I see you kind of noticing those cracks and noticing where things were not serving you and what it was that you actually needed with that contrast there. Let's take a look at the Wheel of Fortune. 6 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're showing me I'm going to take this opportunity to sort of level up rather than letting this hold you back and being, eternally upset by it and really letting it put a dent in your energy forever. I see you processing it and it being painful, but then ultimately you using it as a launching point or as a springboard for something better and going from that 9 of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, really glowing up, elevating your game, focusing more on what is it that I do want to create, what is it that feels good, and specifically, what are the energies that are going to work with me, especially if there were energies here that let you down or betrayed you or that felt deceptive. I see you reflecting on that and saying, okay, what wasn't working there and what are the connections that are serving me? What are the connections that do feel good? What are the things that I'm putting my energy into that are actually returning the energy that I'm putting in? So ultimately, even though this was difficult, I see you coming out of it stronger and clearer for sure. In the current energy, you're kind of showing me I'm starting down this new path, and that could be a little bit difficult. Let's take a look at what the difficulty is here with the 10 of Wands in the middle of your reading. That represents some type of burden. For the 10 of Wands, we have the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. You're showing me some really high hopes. You're showing me what you're working towards and that you're putting in a lot of effort to create something really big. Maybe you're trying to make a large profit. Maybe you're trying to build a big community project. Maybe you have a lot of people to support, or you're working on a project that has a lot of moving parts. And you're kind of showing me the effort that you're putting in, the movement towards that end goal, that 10 of Pentacles, and also showing me it's quite a lot of work. It's quite difficult. This is no small thing, and you could even feel like you have a lot of responsibilities attached to this. You're just trying to keep all the balls in the air. But it's also something that excites you, that opens up your energy, and so it comes from a really positive place. Many of you could just be at the beginning here, and so it could feel like you haven't accomplished everything that you want to. There could be things as you move along in this journey or in this project that feel difficult, that feel scary. There's something about this that might get you out of your comfort zone. And when you're taken outside of your comfort zone, you could start to doubt yourself, or you could look at everything that you've accomplished and tell yourself that it's not enough. But there's something here about you knowing that you're only at the beginning of whatever this is. And so you're not meant to have it all accomplished. You're not meant to be held to the highest standard because you're just not at that point in the journey. You're at sort of more of the beginning of this. And so if you're doubting yourself, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're actually exactly where you're meant to be, and you don't need to doubt yourself. You're going to have success with this. It's just going to maybe take longer than you think. It might take more effort than you're expecting, and it might be a process where you finish one thing and it's like immediately on to the next, So take the time to celebrate those little wins as you get back to your stability here. For the 4 of Wands, we have the 6 of Cups, the Emperor, the Knight of Swords. There's an energy that's coming in here to support you, like I said, to offer help, to communicate with, and it's important that you do lean on others for support, that you do allow support in when it comes. There might be something here about letting go of your pride and your ego with that Emperor card, and allowing other energies to come in and support you. And you might actually be surprised what you're able to accomplish when those other energies come in. Let's see what's coming in for you here with the Knight of Swords, Three of Wands, Six of Swords, Five of Cups. There's something you could have left behind in the past, and I see it coming back around in a more supportive energy. If there was something disappointing that happened there, some type of regret, it could have felt like there was some sense of like unfinished business, or now I have to do this all by myself because I don't have this other energy. I see that energy returning to you in a more positive way. And for those of you who are listening to this and you're like, oh, I never want to hear from this person from my past again, it doesn't have to be like a literal person coming in and sending you messages. It could just be an energy from the past that's coming back in a fresh way, in a new way, that's going to be supportive for you. So try not to close off to anything that could be a blessing in disguise. Because with the Queen of Cups coming out here, there's a lot of love that's trying to reach you. The Queen of Cups, the Strength card, the Two of Cups. But something here could be holding back. You could be holding back from this, or it could be holding back from you if it senses that you're not open to it. And it's an energy that actually could be very supportive, very helpful, and that could feel quite good if you would open to it. And it requires a certain level of emotional openness as well, so that you can really let this in and see it for the truth of what it is. Let's see that with the Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Justice, Seven of Wands. Again, there's something here that would help you balance out, but there's a blockage to it. This could be someone or something that you literally have blocked, but for many of you, I'm seeing it as being like in your energy. There's a certain blockage to it. What's the blockage here with the Seven of Wands? Page of Wands, Eight of Cups, Three of Cups. You're gonna have to leave behind whatever those limiting beliefs are from the past, especially for those of you who were let down by people in the past and you have some bitterness or some pain. That could be holding you back from opening up to other supportive energies, because you could be thinking, oh, everyone's just going to treat me badly, or everything is just always going to go poorly. And that's really not the case. And there's something about your mindset that's really been affected that stops you from being fully open and really allowing new things in. And with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck here, there are big changes underway, and anything new that comes in is going to be completely new. And so your challenge is to allow the new things to be what they are without letting your past sort of influence how you're seeing those new things. Don't bring the past into the future, basically. So let's get 3 cards of advice from Spirit. 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, King of Wands. You have what it takes to move forward here, but again, if you're upset, if you're depressed, if you're pessimistic, that's going to create a little bit more resistance for you than you might otherwise experience. So try to stay positive and try to remember to be open and to remain open to everything new that's coming your way, because you might be pretty surprised by some of the blessings that come in for you, Sag. So that's what I have for you. I hope that this helps. I hope that this resonates, and I'll see you next time.